Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to react to another Pakistani comedian. His name is Hasnain Shah. He is one of the comedians who were featured on the comedy scene event. Let's go ahead and check out his stand-up routine.
Thank you. The thing about women in Pakistan is I feel that they're very quick to move on. You won't believe how many times women have leaned in to kiss me only to reject me for the air next to my face. So one of our comedians over here, Mr. Faraz, said that his chances with Pakistani supermodel Nargis Fakhri are about as high as Leonardo DiCaprio winning the Oscars. Well, I disagree with him. I think they're slightly higher than that. About as high as the Miss Universe title going to Miss Columbia.
Ooh, good burn. Good burn.
So, you know what's really odd? The 20-somethings who go after high school girls. And I know, it's insane. It's like you want a girlfriend who screams chutti every time the bell rings.
Oh my God.
It seems like you want a girl who says for Valentine's Day, let's complete an assignment together. It seems like you want a girl who probably has the email address me.yours@yahoo.com. Pedophiles, seriously. So one thing I don't understand is, like my mom, when we went to London, she said, be careful of the Blakes.
Jesus.
So every time I saw a Blake on the subway, I would run around. And yeah, I was a fat kid, so that was me just running around. That's what I looked like. This cousin of mine, she told me that she was being followed by a black person. She said this one time I was in Toronto, and I was being followed by a black person. And he just kept coming after me. And I'd look behind, and he'd still be behind me. And I started walking faster. I took a turn, I took a right turn, and he followed me through. Then I got into the apartment building, and I looked behind, he was still there. So as she ran up the stairs, he was like, I'm your neighbor. I'm your neighbor.
It's a funny story. It's not a joke, but it's a funny story.
When I was living in America, people asked me, so what are you? I'd say Pakistani. They would say, is that black or Mexican? You know, I feel like people will do anything for attention. And I know this because I am a person. And one of the things that I really like to do is like Rumi quotes on Facebook. I mean, I think they're smart, right? I think so. And if that doesn't work, I'll find out what's going on in Syria and pretend to care about the refugees and post up a picture. And if I'm really desperate, I'll put up a picture of my mom and say, hashtag you the number one, hashtag you the best. It ain't about me, it's all about you. So I feel like I don't get shipping companies because they always have like a standard shipping rate. But why don't they have like a take your time shipping option? Like just, you know, it costs 4 rupees. It might get there, it might not get there. And if you have a serious issue with it, you could just go to Abdullah Shah Ghazi, because it's the place where you solve all of the city's problems. But what do I know? You know,
sometimes people like to shit on each other.
The only thing I know about Balochistan is that their ice cream sucks.
What?
I don't get why we compete with India. They're so laid back. When I went to Newplex to watch a movie, even their movie went on a break. When I was a kid, I asked my mom, I said, Mom, who is Abda Parveen's wife?
Yeah, I thought he was a man too when I was a kid.
Thank you guys, thank you for being here.
She was a man too. Alright, so we just watched Hasnain Shah's comedy routine. And let me start by saying it's really easy for me to sit here and say, itna funny nahi tha, it was really funny, itna funny nahi tha, that wasn't a joke, that was a story and all that. But it takes real guts to stand at a mic in front of so many people who are looking at you, who are expecting you to be funny, who are expecting you to deliver. To do that, it takes a lot of guts. And Hasnain has proven that wo guts lana is not an easy task. You can see on stage ke wo banda khada hua hai and he's giving it his all. And he's trying not to blunder, and he's trying not to fumble. He's trying, knees weak, palms are heavy, his vomit on sweater, palms spaghetti.
His palms spaghetti, knees weak, arms spaghetti. There's vomit on his sweater, spaghetti, mom spaghetti.
But seriously though, you can see kitni tough job hai. When you see comedians like Zakir Khan, comedians like Abhishek Upmanyu, comedians like American comedians like Russell Peters ho gaya. He's Canadian, but you know what I mean. When you see these comedians, they deliver so flawlessly. They stand on stage, ek line, ek word, itna perfectly timed hota hai. It's not just by miracle. It's not just God-given talent. It's practice. It's practice makes perfect, basically. You keep doing it. You do it once, you do it twice, you do it 200 times, you do it 2,000 times, you do it 200,000 times. You keep doing it until you perfect it.
Oi, Russell! Somebody gonna get hurt real bad.
You think he just did that one day and then he was like, okay, I'm perfect? He did that routine everywhere he went. Family events, birthday events, corporate events, comedy club events. जहाँ वो जाता था वो bit करता था. Sometimes he must have fumbled. Sometimes he must have messed up the timing. कुछ दफा he must have forgotten something. But he kept doing it, and he got perfect at it. So my advice for Hasnain is also that keep doing it, bro. You are a really good comedian. You have the sense of comedy. You have a good sense of humor. You can think of jokes. You can write jokes. Your joke about the Nargis Fakhri was really smart, really intelligent joke. Okay, I think his odds are a little higher, even higher than the Miss Columbia getting the Miss Universe. That was a wonderful joke. That was such an unexpected joke, and it hit me like out of nowhere. So yeah, keep thinking of more jokes like that. I really enjoyed your set. Some moments were down moments, but then again, nobody's expecting you to be the best comedian in the world. So keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep practicing, keep coming up with new stuff. I will be looking forward to watching more of your stuff. Hopefully these comedians create their own YouTube channels and make their own videos and make their own stand-up routines. That's it for today. I will see you guys tomorrow with another comedian from the comedy scene. Until then, take good care of yourself. Shabba khair.